Quentin, so one of your dreams here with this film, you're making your dreams come true, a war film and a tribute to Sergio Leone's Westerns. I mean, how did you create the visual style of the film?
Well, you know, one of the things I always felt was I heard a long time ago, this wasn't what made me do the movie, but I had heard a long, long time ago that one of the films that Leone was thinking about doing before he died was doing a movie about the Battle of Stalingrad.
Oui.
And then I thought, wow, that would be really, really wonderful. And I remember thinking, wouldn't it be cool to do a World War II movie, do it like a spaghetti Western kind of film, but with World War II iconography? Because the situation in Europe at that time really was like the closest thing that the 20th century has had to a spaghetti Western landscape, where life is cheap and it's easy to die, and it's a no man's land, the way that those universes are. And so I thought it would be really cool to try to, you know, forge these two separate styles together.
Yeah, I understand as well. And I was wondering whether Occupied France didn't interest you as well, because everybody's playing a double game, so you've got this wonderful dialogues where everybody's trying to unmask everybody else.
Oh, no, that's definitely part of it. I mean, where the thing is, everyone's playing. You actually just said it. All right, everybody is playing double roles. They're passing. They're hiding. They have different agendas. We don't quite know what anybody's story is. We might know what they say, but we don't know if they're telling the truth. People have different names, and you know, I think that was I love that aspect of it. But not only that, that's another reason why it was crucial that everybody speaks all their own proper languages. But not only that, you know, the Germans are played by Germans, not Swedes, not Dutch, but Germans. French, Jews, the same thing. Because if somebody is going to say, oh, like you see all the time in movies, oh, I speak German like a milkmaid, you know, and then they go in there and then they stumble through their German, but in real life they would have been caught like that because their accent's wrong, or this is wrong and that is wrong. And you know, your ability to speak certain languages and speak them correctly was the meaning of life and death in many situations there. So I wanted to just, you know, go all the way with that aspect.
Yeah, it's true that it works well. Brad Pitt, I mean, you're the only American star on the set. It's amazing for an American film, no?
I'm sorry, do you mean have so many languages?
Je disais que vous êtes le seul.
No, I said you're the only American on the set here, and you're one of the Americans in the film, but it's an international cast. Did you like the idea of playing with actors from all over Europe?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's one of the great draws, and I think Quentin changed the way we'll play films that will have to be more true to the real dialects and the real languages at the time. And it's, you know, it's part of the global movement. I'm really interested in it, and love having the international cast. And I mean, there are performances in this film from people I hadn't heard of before, who like Christoph is one will just blow your socks off. So it's a real pleasure for us to see him and to be a part of it that way. Yeah.
Est-ce que le fait de faire
the fact of being part of a Tarantino film for the first time, do you get a particular pleasure from this, a particular joy for an actor?
Well, listen, I pretty much knew that when they said Tarantino's got a World War II kind of thing, and I saw the cover, I was pretty much in. Really. It just has that feel, just like the anticipation, I think, for the film itself. You know, he took 8 years to write it, and then 8 months to shoot it and get it here. So.
A month per year, all right?
Mélanie Laurent, is it a totally different experience from what you've experienced up to now? With the mic, of course. Yeah, obviously. I mean, I come from a sort of art house, small budget cinema. That's my background. But I think it was on the set. It was always really intimate. You know, for me, you didn't have these massive sets or whatever, or massive. You know, and it was. I had an incredible relationship with Quentin. We could talk about the scenes, and you know, I didn't have the impression I was in this sort of big machine. I sort of a tiny little cog lost in there. I spent a lot of time with Christophe. just like two actors working together on a film, and this is the most important thing. But, you know, the big American machine, you don't feel it when you're actually working in it, so it was really very pleasant. I understand that, Diane. People say Quentin is very close to his actors and actresses. How did he direct you? I mean, apparently he doesn't have a control screen. He's there in the screen, in the scene sort of thing. For me, the experience was the greatest experience of my life. I mean, I've never met a director who really brought me out as much. Who, you know, he gave me wings as an actress. We really worked on the scenes together, and he's a director who loves actresses. He loves strong female characters, and he really goes for it. I mean, it's a great pleasure. You know, he's my Sternberg. You know, I mean, he's got a vision. I mean, of my character. I mean, I can't talk about Melanie, but or for Melanie, but he loved Bridget von Hammersmark, and it really gave me wings. Yeah, Christophe Valls. How was it for you? I mean, you've got a particularly horrible role. You know, a lot of stuff with dialogue. You're moving forward bit by bit, trying to unmask them. How do you prepare for this sort of role where every word is important?
I learn my lines and I show up on time.
Il y a eu des répétitions entre vous? Vous êtes
Did you have rehearsals between you, or did you sort of, you know, how did it work?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure how it worked. I'm still amazed that we did it at all. And Quentin never works with instruction. He works with inspiration. He inspires the people around him. And to be in his presence is like communicating with him or being communicated with. So it's not that it's mysterious, I just can't explain it.
But, you know, just I can say something about that. It's just the fact that we went out and, you know, we had many times and drinks and dinners together, but I remember that first dinner at that schnitzel place that we went to.
And, an Austrian restaurant.
Yeah, Austrian restaurant, yeah. And you know, I was the author of his character, Colonel Landa, but you know, with everybody, by the time that it's finished, we're all co-authors of those characters, and in the case of Christophe, you know, I had him at my disposal very early on because we were both in Germany together from the, you know, right away. And so we were able to really talk deep about the character, not even about sometimes about the scenes, but it was more like things that took place way before. And I did that with everybody. I discussed her entire, Bridget's entire career, everything that led her up until this point, how she became a star, the offers she got from Hollywood, all these different things. So I'm also very much about the movie that takes place before the movie starts. These characters are coming from somewhere, with the exception of sometimes I don't want you to know. If there's some characters, no. It's like you're born today, all right? We don't want to even know about the thing, but mostly I like to fill everything in. Brad knows about, me and Brad have talked ad nauseum about his life in Tennessee and everything that led him to this spot right here. And the same thing with her survival years over the 4 years that we don't see her. So it's all, hopefully the idea is to inform you so that it's not important that the audience know. The audience just needs to know we know.
Yeah.
Brad, so this means that Quentin Tarantino lets you propose things. I mean, you're a co-author, if you like. You can actually propose stuff to him?
Well, I think he's being very generous when he says that. You know, I had a fortunate experience working with the Coen brothers last year, and the same fortunate experience working with Quentin here. By that I mean the dialogue is perfect. To wander off is just to mess it up, and it gives you such a clear direction where you're going. And then, as Quentin just described, he has the guy's life laid out as well. So it really made it a very comfortable fit to walk in and take on. He gave me pants. That didn't sound right, did it? Wings. I'll go with wings too.
Merci beaucoup à tous.
Well, thank you all very much indeed. Thank you, Quentin Tarantino. Thank you very much, Dan Kruger, Melanie Laurent, Christophe Valls, and Brad Pitt. Thank you all very much. Inglourious Basterds.